course, it was never anything like they claimed it was going to be. They were talking about 10 million visitors a year. They used to have the Silo Overlook, Empire Farm, the youth station. Those are the most popular places in here, and they're closed and falling in, just due to lack of maintenance. Most of the time, leave the doors standing open on the buildings. Bill Lazowski, that was the former manager, said several times in public meetings that the historic preservation officer would not allow him to tear down those buildings because some of them were eligible for the National Register of Historic Places, but they couldn't make him do maintenance on them, and he planned on just leaving them and letting them fall in until they became safety hazards, and then he can push them over. And you know, that heritage is what we're trying to preserve. That's the reason all these people are here today.
But it never has reached the goal of what they promised to start with. And so we want them still to live up to their promise. You know, environmental education, recreation area, keep the campgrounds up, everything, give the people the opportunity to come. Give them something that they'd be proud of.
I think they seem to forget who owns this land. The Forest Service doesn't own this land. The U.S. government does not own this land. It belongs to the people of the United States of America.
Well, we need to get involved. We need to open our eyes and look, and we need to stand up for what we see and what we believe. This land does belong to everybody. This land, the three main principles, goals that it was supposed to be about was environmental education. How much do you see going into that? Very, very little. That is something that could benefit all of us, and it should. It's a very important thing. And yet, I don't see much that encourages me along those lines. Recreation is another thing, and most of the people that come here to recreate, a lot of them are complaining about the kind of facilities that they have, the trails, the this, the that, that's not being kept up. And the other is to promote the economy in the surrounding region. I ask you, who would want to come to a place that's as desolate looking as some of this acreage is going to be when they cut and burn? And they say, just give us time, it's going to look better. But in whose lifetime is it going to look better? Not mine, I can tell you.
A lot of us believe it's time for a new plan to keep an old promise, and that old promise is the promise back when a lot of people had to leave this land. They gave up a lot, but they had a hope. They had a hope that this would become a place where people all over the country could come and experience the natural habitat of land between the lakes. Unfortunately, the emphasis on recreation has decreased. The emphasis on logging and burning has increased, and we need to switch that around. We need to focus more on recreation so that more people will come here. When more people come to land between the lakes, and it's beautiful, and they love being here, they spend money on the outside in my county and several counties all around. So it's not just the issue of how beautiful this land is, but it's an issue of economics for so many people on the outside. There's thousands of people who are connected to land between the lakes, for the land itself, for what it is. And it's up to us right now. We're at a crossroads. We've got to decide, are we going to protect what LBL is? I say we do. I think we join together and we do everything possible to make sure that less logging is taking place and more recreation is taking place, and LBL become everything that it should be.